Hi, this is Jeremy Burgess from Urban Detroit Wholesalers. This is the final episode in the Rehab series, and today we are going to cover the rehab components that most tenants are looking for. These are the components that are really going to get your house rented very quickly, and if you don't do them, expect your house to sit on the rental market for a very long time. First off, most of these are covered in my free report on the 8 secrets to successfully investing in Detroit, but there are a couple that aren't in there, so I'm just going to start from the top here. Security doors, and let me show you what a security door looks like. I can show you some of these things right now, but a security door is this. This is a security door, and they can be very pretty. But if your house doesn't have that, it's probably not going to get rented, and that's on all the doors. Also, a home must have a basement, and in the basement it must have glass block windows. Now when it comes to paint, most investors go pretty cheap and they go with the white paint, and I have found that if you really want to get a house moved fast, it doesn't cost you hardly anything more. But what you do is a two-tone paint, kind of like this. You got that two-tone paint, then you got the white ceiling, and the windows all have white semi-gloss trim. It's very attractive, very neutral colors, and it gives a place a warmer feel than just the regular white paint. Also, depending on the house and the condition of hardwood floors, most investors don't like to carpet their homes, and there's good reason for that. Tenants do have a tendency to be hard on carpet, but most tenants do want carpet, and I found a great compromise. If you carpet the bedrooms, you carpet all 3 bedrooms, or if it has 4 bedrooms, and you carpet those, but then you leave the rest of the house finished hardwood, it's still very attractive to them. They have the carpet in the bedroom, which is what they really want. But if they are hard on the carpet, you're replacing a fraction of the carpet you were before, and it is always much cheaper to sand and refinish hardwood floors. Next is the basement. Every house has to have a basement. They kind of use it for storage. But most people just leave the basement a dark, dingy place. They don't do anything to the basement. It's very cheap, but what I do, and I've had great success with it, is I will paint the basement walls and the basement floor. So in the basement walls, I will do a really, and this is a little expensive, this particular paint, but it's a sealer, because we get a lot of water in Michigan, and sometimes no matter what you do, it ends up in the basement. So what I like to do to kind of prevent that is I'll hit the basement with a sealer, and then after the sealer, I hit the basement walls with 2 coats of mold kill primer, and then I'll finish the walls and the floors in 2 coats of heavy duty floor paint. And what this does is it takes kind of a dingy, dark looking, very cementish like basement, and it really makes it feel a lot warmer and makes it look very clean. And you can do this for $700 to $900. So it's very, very cheap. Those are now there's tons of stuff you can do for your tenants, but those are the main things that if you do, I found my places rent very quickly when you make those kind of rehabs on the houses that you're working on. So I highly recommend you do this. I've had a lot of success with it. Plus, if you're going to be competing with my rentals and my investors' rentals, and they all look like this, look like $1 million. That's how I'm able to get my houses rented quicker. That's how I'm able to get higher rent than most investors are able to get, and that's part of the entire series. And if you want to know how I do it, watch the whole series. And I've also found that tenants take care of the place nicer when they like its appearance. They feel like it's more of a home, and they tend to take care of it more that way. Obviously not in all cases, but in many cases I have a lot less work after a tenant moves out before a new tenant moves in when I do these things, and they don't stay on the market long at all, even in the winter many times. They're gone quickly. So once again, this is Jeremy Burgess from Urban Detroit Wholesalers, the Detroit market expert, and this is the end of our rehab series. Next episode, I'm going to start on why investing in Detroit. Got some great comments, and I'm going to start including them. Thank you very much, and happy investing.